Good morning. Happy Friday. The best part of waking up is Green Bay tears in your cup. It tastes like victory. Week 16 Monday Night Football, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. But pre-order your mug from our friends from Teespring down below. So this week, week 15, the Vikings are headed out to Hollyweird, La La Land, City of Angels, all the other nicknames for Los Angeles, which is just a great city. Yeah. But the Vikings set out there to play in the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego's stupid four-person soccer stadium. Should be a good time. Here are 5 keys for the Vikes to get it done on Sunday. Let's talk about them today. Also talk about you subscribing, come along, and ride on the fantastic voyage. Also, the drums know that like is already in, helps new people find the show, as well as given our recent exploits. Subscribe and like us on Twitch as well as the Facebook to make sure that you never miss any of our hashtag content. There you go. So Chargers are a weird team where big respect for Phillip Rivers as well as head coach Anthony Lynn. I like the job that he's done out there overall, but this year has just been pretty meh. I mean, last year they went 12-4. They were stuck being a wild card team because the Chiefs were on en fuego. They won a wild card game at Baltimore, which is extremely hard to do, by the way. But this year, they're 5-8. They're out of the playoffs. They lost 5 out of 6 during a stretch during the middle of the season. They've lost to the Broncos twice. Once to the Raiders, as well as lost to the Lions. But also they've beaten the Colts, Bears, Packers, and then just put a 45-10 ass whooping on the Jaguars in Jacksonville last Sunday. So you have no idea which Chargers team is going to show up on a given Sunday. I've kind of been saying this for a while. I think this may be a cliche, but the Chargers are like the AFC Vikings, where they've never won a Super Bowl. They've had a lot of great seasons, a lot of great teams. Also, we hate Norv, all of us, but whatever. Anyways, getting into the 5 keys. Number 1, take advantage when Philly gives it up. All right, so Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Fame quarterback in my book. I think he is the best quarterback from the 2004 draft class. It is Rivers. It is J.P. Lossman. It is Patrick Ramsey. It is Big Ben. It is Eli Manning. Pretty sure Patrick Ramsey was in that class. But also Phillip Rivers. He's also 38 years old. He has 38 kids. And you can tell that the accuracy is starting to go. He was an assassin back in the day, but also he's just been giving up this year. He's got 15 interceptions on the year, as well as his quarterback rating of 90.7, as well as a QBR of 48.2 is his lowest since 2012 in both those categories. So Philly boy, he's going to make a mistake, usually trying to force feed Keenan Allen. So the Vikings do need to capitalize on that. And also the defense, especially the secondary, especially the cornerback group, has been under fire recently. And this week's not going to get any easier. Keenan Allen is a stud. Mike Williams, TBD if he plays through the injury or not. But man, the Vikings do need to be heads up because Phil will give it up to you. And this could be a game that does swing on one big turnover. Key number 2. For the Minnesota Vikings to get it done out in L.A. Control Austin Ekeler. Yeah, another one on this defense. Now, Melvin Gordon, he gets all the hype. He's got the big contract, but he's meh. He is just a straight-up meh jabroni Badgers running back, and we know how they always fare in the NFL. Why the Vikings waste a draft pick on Michael Bennett, by the way? Not sleeveless Michael Bennett. We're talking about like in prison Michael Bennett, the running back from Wisconsin. That was a terrible pick. Also, Erasmus James, no more Badgers. All right. But Austin Ekeler is a scat back supreme, and dude has 481 rushing yards, which is second on the team, which is barely behind Melvin Gordon, who also missed some time with injury, and a holdout. No, was it just a holdout? Doesn't matter. Also has 830 yards receiving, which is third on the team behind only Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. Also, he has 11 touchdowns from scrimmage. So number 30 is freaking dangerous. Every time he touches the ball, he can score. So this is yet another huge Eric Kendricks game, which is great because he's playing at all-pro level. He better make the Pro Bowl. He better be a second-team all-pro at least. Other than that, I have no feelings about it. Key number 3 for the Vikings to beat the Chargers. This is going to be a fun one. Brian O'Neill versus Joey friggin' Bosa. Yeah. Melvin Ingram, other side, no slouch. Absolutely. Riley Reef is going to have his hands full. Respect there to the man from South Carolina. But also, the main event. It's time. Brian O'Neill versus Joey Bosa on that right side. It's going to be great. Bosa has 10.5 sacks and 62 total pressures on the season. Meanwhile, Brian O'Neill is quietly becoming one of the better right tackles in football, allowing only 17 pressures on the season. which is second best in the NFL for right tackles, behind only Mitchell Schwartz of the Chiefs, which is pretty good. It's pretty decent. He's also officially not allowed a sack yet in 2 seasons on 980 career pass blocking snaps per PFF. So this will be a big-time matchup, and one will go a long way in determining if the Vikings offense is able to get anything going on Sunday. Key number 4, speaking of offense, dial up DALVIN and ABDULLAH. Now, running game always travels well. Chargers are the 21st graded team versus the run via PFF, so you can run on the bolts and come in, first drive, pound DALVIN, outside zone all day. Also, run right at Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa. Edge rushers generally don't like that. Also, it wears them out for later in the game. Uses up a little bit of their quine and their energy. Also, Madison may miss this game. He's got the ankle injury. So a little bit of lightning, a little bit of DALVIN and ABDULLAH, or Mike Boone would be a nice little combo there. Also, personal accolades are whatever, team game, whatever. But also, DALVIN currently has 1,611 yards from scrimmage this year, 1,108 rushing, 503 receiving. Yeah, that math works out. So we got 3 games left. Would be nice for him to get over 2,000 yards from scrimmage, or let's go all in 1,500 yards rushing. Let's go. One time for the kid. Lastly, key number 5 for the Vikings to get it done against the Chargers. Throw it at anyone not named Hayward or Jenkins. Yeah, because Vikings do get Thielen back this week. That's going to be a huge boost for the Vikings passing game, as well as Chargers defense is 4th in the NFL in terms of passing yards allowed, 2,556. But also, it's pretty misleading because they're number 1 in the fewest passing attempts, a league low 384. So teams generally don't check on them, probably because it's pretty easy to run on them. But also, they do have 2 studs in their secondary. Cornerback Casey Hayward Jr., who is so good that the Packers decide not to re-sign him because they're idiots. Also, safety Rayshon Jenkins, who is extremely underrated and is really becoming on the season. Reminds me a little bit of Anthony Harris's career arc, where comes in as a rookie, doesn't really get many opportunities. Then every time he gets opportunity, he does better and better and better, and eventually he's a starter and he's phenomenal. That's Jenkins right now. So wherever Kirk goes with the ball, and he will have options because Diggs is really stepping up. Same thing with Kyle Rudolph. Irv Smith is getting worked back in the fold, as well as DALVIN and ABDULLAH are great in the passing game. Just stay away from Hayward and Jenkins, and it could be all right. All right, prediction time. Vikings obviously would love to have this game. Would be nice to win out. Would be nice to take care of their business, their last road game of the season. And then you come on home for the last 2 division games against Green Bay Monday night, as well as Week 17 against the Bears. Both could be very key. But I do think they go out there. I think they get it done. I don't think it will be an easy game. I think the Chargers are very plucky. I think they're much better than the record. But I think the Vikings do cover the 3 points, as well as you get the over 44.5. Give me Vikings 31, Chargers 23, and the Vikings come on home. Nice little plane ride for the win. All right, so what are your thoughts? What are your predictions? What are your keys for Vikings versus Chargers? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, below some of the Venmo. Plus, give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.